And welcome to Fab Collab. Oh wait, I should actually drink that. There we go. Welcome to Fab Collab Curtain Call. And I just have to say one thing. I'm just making sure our behind the scenes host is muted. Yes. Hi, behind the scenes, Leah Granger, our co-host. And welcome everybody. Welcome to Curtain Call's interview with drumroll. Lassie Rose.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm so happy. And I'm re-addicted to orange juice now that I saw that hot photo of yours. And I think everyone should drink orange juice like that forever.
Orange juice like best.
Okay, well, you'll have to tell me more about that. But let me just tell everyone who we're talking with today. So Lassie Rose, a.k.a. Lassie, is a drag artist, entertainer, performer, local to Church-Wellesley village where I lived for a couple of years. And since her debut, oh my God, we have to talk about your debut. It just happened in August. You've been making, or she's been making, waves, death dropping to songs by Ariana Grande. Oh my God, I wish we could see a death drop from you today, maybe. Born under the legacy of her two legendary mothers. And by mothers, I believe we mean drag mothers, but I'll ask you later. DJ Bonfant, well, that's Instagram, but Barbie Joe Bonfant, who we featured last week. Go check out our interview; she's so amazing. And Demand Attention, who we should probably also talk to. So Lassie Rose elevates her drag and artistry to bring pride and honor to her family name, which is Bonfant, I believe. So kind of new to the scene, right? Because August, but Lassie's already, started a fresh legacy in her own beautiful garden. And it's her hope that one day she'll be performing across the globe, entertaining the masses, and bringing an international reputation. I think it's going to happen. So please welcome Lassie Rose. So first of all, oh my God, I really, really want to talk about your debut, but I feel like there's so many questions. But let's talk about that because it's so exciting. So first of all, can you tell us, when was your debut? Where did you perform? What happened?
It was August. I was bored at home, and I was like, I'm just going to pop a wig on and go to the village. And it was, I believe, Amanda's show. She's like, do you want to do a number? And I was like, okay. And I've been numbers and shows ever since.
Wait, it was impromptu like that?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Really nervous, didn't know what song to do, and I was like, I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah, that's the only way to go. So I love that sentence. I just popped a wig on and did a number. That was like the best. I gotta start saying that. Pop some flamenco shoes on and did a number. Oh my God, so good. So what was the number? Do you remember?
It was 7 Rings by Ariana Grande.
Nice. I saw that live. Pretty badass. But I want to see you live. I think you should be in that show.
I don't think I would. I want to be VIP guest list so I can meet her.
Okay, well, we'll get there. You'll get there, and I'll be there front row cheering. I can't wait. So what does that mean? So you did a number. For those of you maybe who have never seen, for those in our audience who've never seen a drag show, maybe I hope that's not true. And if you haven't seen one, go see one. Go see this one. But tell us, what does that entail? What do you mean, you popped your wig on and you did a number? What does doing a number mean? What does that performance look like, from the audience perspective?
So it's kind of just a number is a song, and you just you lip sync, you dance. I do hair flips. I also death drop.
What is a death drop?
It's where you stand, and then next minute you're on the stage with your leg tucked on the ground like that.
Oh my God. How do you do, a split?
Kind of. Like a split almost.
Oh my God. Okay, well, we're going to post some pictures afterwards on our stories and our Facebook of what that looked, of you doing a death drop. How did that start? Do you know, I really want to ask, I don't know if you know the answer, but I really want to ask, the history of death drop. Why, how, where, when? How did that happen? Who did the first death drop?
On Drag Race, who walked in on season 6 at the beginning, and I think it was Laganja, and she just did one to start this season. I was like, oh.
Ooh, I love it. Do you know any contestants on Drag Race?
Personally, or just from watching?
No, personally.
I don't
Curious.
so, but they did just announce that they're casting for season 3, so there is a chance I could know some people in the future.
Are you gonna audition?
Maybe.
Do it with the death drop.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
My
Okay,
audition will just be fully just death drops for the full minute.
That'd be badass. Oh my god, I can't even do one. Okay. So you started in August, and you've been doing shows ever since. Where do you do shows?
I tend to stick to the village, mainly at the Drink and the Well. The two little favorite bars.
I love it. And what did it feel like that first moment that you stepped out for your first show?
It was almost like an out-of-body experience, which sounds like so cliche, but I got on the stage and it was like entirely different. It's almost
How
like an
so?
energy I don't have access to when I'm not in drag took over.
Right. Okay, what is that energy?
Just confidence. It's like confidence, happiness, like connect with the music, and it's like the music turns on, the switch in me gets turned on. I wish I had that confidence out of drag, but that's why I have wings.
Oh, that's so interesting. So do you feel like a big difference when you're dressed in drag or not dressed in drag?
Definitely.
Can you tell us a bit more about that? Like, what are the differences that you feel?
It's kind of like anything with my drag, anything I'm maybe insecure, like lacking out of drag, I kind of flip when I do drag. So I'm a little bit more timid and shy out of drag, so I tend to be very talkative and to the point, like, in drag.
Wow. Why do you think that happened?
I have no idea. I don't do that.
I'm going to ask you that again in like a year.
Yeah.
I mean, a similar thing happens in flamenco, right? When you get dressed up, like you're just become a different person in a way, right? And I think people look at you and they expect something else from you also. So maybe then it's easier to give it once you know people's expectations are different. I don't know. And also I used to do a lot of shows in a mask. Like I toured a lot with a Ukrainian company. We wore masks for like 3 years, like in all the shows. And I really felt different. Like it's similar to what you're saying. Like when you put the mask on, I was like, okay, I can be someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's a bit of that. What was the first time, like, or was there a first time that you remember that you kind of thought that you might want to dress in drag and be less rude? Well, maybe the name might have come later, but do you remember a moment where you thought, oh, maybe I want to do that?
I was really little. I do know that. I was watching Drag Race on TV, and I was like, this looks fun.
Nice.
But I was like 14 or 15, and you obviously have to be 19 to go into bars. So I was like, for the future.
Right. So 14, 15, but did you like maybe dress in other ways or like, like without going into a bar?
Oh, yeah.
Because you can do drag, I guess, without going into a bar.
My drag at the beginning was very, let's just use the word cute. It was a black wig with bangs like this short.
Oh
and
my god.
Red lipstick, and that was it. Just the wig and red lipstick.
Great. I love it. I want to see a picture. Do you have pictures?
I think I burned them all.
Okay, I also understand. So where would you dress like this? Where would you go?
I would just do it in my bedroom, and I spent like quite a few years just doing my makeup and putting on wigs, and then that one day happened where I was like, I'm just gonna go to the village and take a stroll.
Wow, when was that?
August.
Oh, so that's when that happened. So you came out of your bedroom in August. Wait, you came out of your bedroom straight onto stage?
Oh yeah. It was very intense. It was like a not performing at all to all of a sudden performing, which I'm very grateful for, but it was like at first.
Wow, that is wild. So in your bedroom, like, were your friends there? Where you was just always by yourself?
I just went alone the first time. Now
so how did you
my friends to come with me?
Yeah, but then how did that even happen? Like, how did you know where to go? How did you get on stage?
I just went and I tipped the queens and I just watched. I think it was one of the bar staff was like, put her on stage. And I was like,
Oh, really? That is so cool. So it's not that you knew, like, because you said Demand Attention was performing, right? So did you know her beforehand?
I had seen her perform before, but I didn't know her personally. I was always that like baby queen who'd always go out of drag and just walk the village and like stare through the window and be like, oh, I love this so much. But I'd be too shy to go say hi, so I'd run away.
So what on earth gave you that like impetus, that sudden, okay, today's the day?
I'm not sure.
I just magic.
One day and I was like, okay, today's the day.
Suddenly you felt comfortable.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, congratulations on that. That's huge and amazing. How do you feel since then?
It's been a roller coaster ride, but it's been really fun.
I bet. So, okay, so how do you go from just meeting Demand Attention, going out for the first time, and being called on stage? So how does that turn into now, like you being Demand Attention's and Barbie Joe's drag daughter? Do you know what I mean? Actually, first, can I ask, what is a drag daughter and what is a drag mother, for those of you watching who may or may not know?
A drag mother and a drag daughter relationship, it's almost like a little chosen family bond. So like out of drag, it's like the two of the closest people in my life. And then in drag, they teach me a lot of things that I don't know. They help me kind of like work around things, work through things, and with opportunities. And like I wouldn't be where I am today in the time I got to where I am either without Amanda or Barbie's help.
Beautiful. What's an example of something that they help you with in the context of drag? Wait. Okay.
There's a section of videos on my Instagram, and you can just watch it go from like no hips, and then one video all of a sudden it's like whoop.
Okay. So hip pads, so how to dress basically.
Yeah.
Like most mothers.
Glue a wig down properly so it doesn't fall
right.
off.
Right, because otherwise, how would you know? Right, unless somebody showed you, really. That's so cool. Okay. Well, thanks, Barbie Joe and Amanda, because she looks amazing. Let me give them all the credit. And what about like out of drag? What like do they also help you in like your non-drag life?
Absolutely. Anytime I'm like in distress, or if I just need someone to talk to, or if I just want to like go for brunch.
Right.
Always like, hello.
So your family, basically, your family. I love it so much. Now I just want to talk to Demanda. I've talked to you. I've talked to Barbie. I'm like, where's Demanda? Where's Demanda right now? Demanda, are you watching? Because we love your family. And I'd love to talk to you. Right? I think I'll have to reach out. Maybe you can put us in touch. I'd love to speak with her.
For
we
sure.
can have the whole family up here. Okay, so how did you perform anytime this week or next week? What's your next show that we can come and see?
Saturday.
What?
At the Well from 9 p.m. to 11.
Okay. So we'll put that out on our Insta too. Yeah. And then, okay, so I guess going back to my other question. So you met Demanda, but like, how did that relationship develop so fast from like just meeting her to her being like your mentor and your drag mom and your family basically?
I mean,
you don't have to answer anything you don't want to answer, but I just find it beautiful
because it's funny to me. Because she had, I think it was the usual shows she would do her Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it was just like 4 weekends in a row. It was like every single show I'm gonna follow you like a puppy.
Nice.
I just went to like all the shows. I did numbers. I went with Barbie to Flash, which she hosts a Monday show every week.
Yeah.
And I went to FML a few times and did numbers. So I was like, I'm a little puppy just following my mothers around.
Aww, that's amazing. And what about like your non-drag family, like your parents? I don't know if you have siblings, but like, do they come to your shows? Do they support you? What do they think?
They move very, very far from the city. We kind of lost connection just because of how often I'm working now.
Right.
And how often they're working. I'm hoping they can come to one of my shows, though. I'd really love that.
I hope so too. If they're watching, come to the show.
If you're watching,
hi, Mom.
For you.
Aw, but they're like supportive of your work and your job and career and life. That's amazing. I'm very happy to hear that. Extremely happy. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Sam. Very good. Okay, and so outside of drag, like, you know, how does this newfound, like, not newfound, because you've been you for, of course, your whole life, but I just mean the stage in terms of newfound self. How does that influence like your daily walk through life, like your daily life, your outside off stage life?
I definitely have a lot more confidence off the stage now than I did before. It's almost like really nice because I'm like, oh, I'm walking, I'm like, hey, enjoying my life. I'll like put a little bit more effort into my out of drag outfits now. I'm like,
oh, that's kind of cool.
Pretend it's a runway and practice for when I go on stage.
Right, smart. I mean, I'm always dancing flamenco like everywhere I go.
Yes.
It becomes like a way of life, I guess. Right? Yeah. So, what would you say? I mean, I think I know the answer, having asked you, but what would you say is like your favorite thing about drag, about dressing in drag, about the life?
Performing, hands down.
Nice.
Started with the makeup. That's how I got into it. I've always loved makeup, and it would be like I'd sit and do my makeup for hours. And then I went through a wig phase where I just wanted a new wig every week. And now I'm in the performance aspect of it. It's right. So rewarding.
Wow, I love it. That's my favorite about life too. You know what? I think we should do like the Drags Teach Makeup workshop or something. You're so good. Like, how awesome would that be? Comment in below. Send us a message if you'd be interested in taking that workshop. I know Leah would take that workshop. I would definitely take that workshop. You know, so much to learn. Pros, like for stage. Oh my god, looks so good. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Now I asked Barbie some questions last week, you know, in terms of like pronouns and how people see and various things like that. And I would just love to ask you some similar questions. You know, like what sort of pronouns do you like using? You know, do you use the same on and off stage, or, you know, what do you prefer?
I'm one of those people where I'm like a little bit on the like use any pronouns you want. When I'm in drag, I tend to prefer like she, her feminine pronouns. And when I'm out of drag, I tend to prefer he, him. So I go by he, him, she, her, they, them, all of them.
Wow, how free, right? I mean, I don't know, I'm assuming, but does it give you a sense of freedom to be able to sort of go between those and, you know, facets of your personality, I suppose? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Definitely helps me tap into a more feminine or masculine side of my personality.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever had like issues or people like, you know, making fun of you or judging you or anything for your life and for using these pronouns or for different sides of things?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, we all have.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't want to get too much there, but if there's anything you want to share or talk about, or just say maybe you got over or that helped you or inspired you to like do it anyways, you know? Yeah. We'd love to hear.
I think the old me would definitely like if someone would like arise with a situation like that. Old me would definitely get in my head and be like, oh no, and like probably be like really upset. New me now, I'm just like off the shoulder.
I love it. Wow.
I think
congratulations.
As long as you know yourself and like you know the people who you love around you, like just pay it no mind.
That's so true. So what would you tell old you? What would you new you tell old you?
I would tell old me that it gets better and to learn sooner and start ignoring people who doubt you.
I love it. Probably most new people would tell old selves the same thing, you know, I guess. It takes a while to get there. Yeah. So do you think, I also asked Barbie this and would love to hear your answer, but like, do you think that like people should assign It's a pretty intense question. I don't expect anybody to have like, the ultimate answer, but just about the conversation. But what about like assigning genders at birth? What do you think about that? Do you think that, we shouldn't, as a society, or you don't know?
I think like an individual should be able to make their own decision on how they identify.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's a hard topic because like you don't know, like obviously as a child I'm not sure. I would just, if I had a baby, I'd raise them like indifferent to the two.
Mm.
If they wanted to change their identity down the road, it would be like a boom snap, it's done. As much support as that child could get.
Mm. So like kind of like a they them scenario, until they were able to tell you this is who I am, right? Yeah, that's pretty much what Barbie said as well. I can totally understand that. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. I know I'm just asking like hardcore questions straight off the bat. Because I know you're Barbie's daughter, so I just like I'm coming from there. So of course, always stop me if there's something you don't feel like talking about or anything. No problem. And I'm just gonna do a quick check here to see what people are saying. And I see a yes, please from our friend Erin Brown. I'm sure that yes, please is about the makeup workshop. Like, right? Yeah. Would you do one?
Absolutely. I'd love to.
Yeah. So good. I think we might have to. Okay. So thanks, Erin. You better sign up to that workshop now that we do it. But okay. So I was gonna say, like, you're performing all the time. Do you perform daily?
Not.
Do you dress up daily? You dress not up, but do you dress up in drag daily?
I'd say like a good 3 or 4 days a week right now.
Wild.
I want to get it to a point where it can be like I can shift from doing it like part-time to full-time, and it can be like my full-time occupation.
Nice.
I love drag so much.
I'm with you on that. I wish you all the best in that. I think I believe in you. You're gonna do it for sure. What would you tell, somebody, a 14, 15-year-old in their bedroom right now wearing their wig and their makeup? What kind of advice or words of wisdom, what would you tell them?
I would tell them not to cut the bangs too short like I did. I would tell them just to keep trying, keep doing it. Like, never let anyone take your passions away from you. If you enjoy it, that's what matters most.
Yeah. And what do you think, like, the average person who may never have seen drag before, or even might, misunderstand it or look down upon it, what do you want them to walk away with thinking about drag if they were going to go see a show, if they're going to go talk to you? What do you want to convey about this world that people might not understand?
I want people to feel like it's fun, like it's a community where everyone's welcome, where they can go home, and if they want to try it, they can try it because it's for everyone. I just want people to leave shows feeling happy and like they had a good time. That's the ultimate goal.
I mean, yes, I agree with that. What do you want them to think about you, specifically, Last Rose?
That I'll be able to walk. I do a lot of death drops.
Oh my god! Don't worry, she can walk. She'll be okay.
I always see the faces. Sometimes I'll do a death drop and they're like, "Oh, she's okay."
Oh my god! No, we have to see one. Oh my god. Okay, and how'd you get the name Last Rose?
A friend of mine calls all of her. She's like friend, but more chosen family. She's really close. She calls all her friends her roses. And I believe her exact words to me were, "I'm done having kids. I'm getting my tubes tied. You're my last rose." And I looked at her and said, "Can I take that?"
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so I'm her last rose.
Oh, I love that. Oh my god, you have such an amazing family that has just emerged during the pandemic around you, right? Wow. Okay, well, tell us, where is, we sent it a little bit at the beginning, but let's say it now again. Where are you going? What is your long-term vision? Where do you see yourself? What is your greatest vision of yourself? Like maximum You know, where do you see yourself in 10 years or 5 years, however long it takes you to get there? Where are you?
I really want to be like touring worldwide just so I can meet people from all across the globe and spread my drag to every corner on the planet, every nook and every cranny. I want it everywhere.
Yeah.
I love me. That's one of my favorite things about drag is I get to meet so many people that without drag I wouldn't get to meet. So I would love to do that. And I think at my maximum, I just want to be performing on like a big stage with lots of lighting.
Yeah, I'm with that. Okay, big stage. Well, I'm sure it will happen because you have the vision, you have the path, you have the family, you have the community. So we're going to be watching, following, supporting you. You know, sharing. Go watch the shows. We have a date. Leah's in Spain right now. My co-host here on the program on Curtain Call. But when she gets back, we have a plan and a date to come out and see your shows and Barbie shows, of course. I can't even wait. So maybe we can do a little live Instagram there, something for our Fab Collab followers around the world. Yeah. And if you're in Toronto, you better come with us. We're going to have a little outing, a little Fab Club outing to the village. Yeah, comment if you're down because I know everybody's down. How can you not be down? Oh my God. And I think, those are all like the burning questions that I had to ask you. But tell me if there's anything else you want to share about your experience, about your life, about the drag community in Toronto, with people watching.
I think the drag community in Toronto is very, very high paced, which is why I love it so much. There's always like every time you turn your head, something new or someone new has popped up doing something new. It's like a new song will come out, and it's always like, who's going to do the song first? I'm so excited.
Cool.
So many.
I guess you're one of those new things that popped up. You're like the prime example of what you just said.
Right? Yeah, one of the resident queens was saying me to the other day. They're like, so many new queens popped up. I went, right? Hi.
I love it. I love it.
There's so many people. The roster of queens we have in the village is constantly growing, and it's like a nice big drag family that I love. So.
And is it really like that idealistic? Like everybody loves each other and supports each other? There's got to be some drama. No?
It's always drama.
Okay. Just checking. Like any good community.
In my perfect world, it's all a circle, but it's more like a Venn diagram.
I think that's more honest. Yeah. With you, Les Rose. Okay, well, tell us one more time, please, where and when can we see you live? Please repeat.
Get me this Saturday at the Well from 9 to 11. Be there or be square. That's a red, but we're going to pretend it's square.
True. Okay, Saturday at the Well, we're going to post that from 9 to 11. And tell us your Instagram so we can all follow you.
It is The Last Rose, TheLas Rose. Last like Vegas, not lost cause, not last cause. Last Rose.
Last Rose. No, that would be Spanish, but Last Rose. The Last Rose. I love it. Okay, go follow The Last Rose. Go see her show this Saturday. And if you have the desire to dress in drag and you've just been waiting for that hot moment in your room, now's the moment. Saturday's your moment.
I'll put you on stage.
Whoa! Oh my God. I hope whoever needed to hear that, I hope they're hearing that. I know you never know, they might show up. And thank you so much for being here and speaking with us, Last Rose. And thank you to Barbie for introducing us and for being here last week. Go watch her interview as well. This one's going to be up for a little while. And what else do we need to say about Curtain Call and about Fab Collab? So, I want to say this is 1 year of Curtain Call that we've been hosting here. Yeah, this series that we have. We did about 40 episodes or so on Instagram Live, so they're all there still. Yeah, with women from, the performing arts industry, all sorts of different backgrounds. From like people in the funding strain of things to event organizers to artists, performers, singers, opera dancers. Anyway, just all sorts of fantastic women, female, non-binary identifying folks in the performing arts world. So check them out. This is for our audience. Go check them out. They're still there. And this week literally celebrates a year. It's been amazing. And then we switched to Facebook. I think we've spoken with probably about 50 people in the past year. And like each person, yeah. Cheers to that. Cheers with orange juice. Oh my God, why do you love orange juice so much? I meant to ask you.
I just love it. I think I wasn't allowed pop as a kid.
Right, but Monster was okay?
And I don't live with my parents, it's okay.
I got you. Okay, well, we love that photo. So yeah, go check out all the